is currently 8:30 in the morning. I am feeling a little bit tired today. You know, the baby did not sleep quite well last night. She was a little bit fussy, and she was up, you know, from 5 o'clock in the morning just staring at me. She was, you know, evidently tired, but she was just fighting it. So my husband finally got her to settle down around 7:30, around 7 to 7:30. But yeah, so now that she's asleep, I am trying to get as many things done as possible before she can wake up. Trying to stay on top of things. I do have quite an easy baby, but you know, sometimes I get exhausted, especially because I've been alone for the past few days. My mother-in-law is currently home. She has something that she needed to fix, and you know what, it is very difficult to get on top of things with a newborn baby as a first-time mom, because I am always panicking. I struggle to leave her alone. You know, I feel like she's gonna suffocate or something. So I'm constantly around just to make sure that she's asleep, she's doing well and everything. And I'm leaking. Okay, a little accident, but you know what, let's just get this done. So this is currently everything that I have in my caddy. I am just going to make sure that I am restocking it, making sure that I still have some items in here. If there's anything that I need to refill, just refilling it. And yeah, always in it. there. I still have wipes. You know what? I am using these quite a bit. You know, my baby is breastfed, so she is, you know, using the nappies quite a bit. I need constantly like refill. I think I use about 4 to 5 diapers in a day. So yeah, muslin cloth. This is quite really light, but you know, I just want to have something close by to always keep by her side just in case. This currently, I am using the Surgical Spirit. Currently, I'm the one who's using this now. My baby's umbilical cord is healed. It has fallen off, I think, the 3rd day after she was born. So I am currently using this for my surgical wound. I always have to have a little hat. If you know, you know, guys. You know, with the goggles, you always need a hat. This is her towel, just tiny face cloth. Always need to have that. This, guys, she refuses to take the pacifier, so this is useless. Okay, another hat. Socks. A bandage. Few. These are actually breast pads. Okay, these are the reusable ones. I do have the ones that you can throw away. Shampoo. I don't know how this got here, but yeah. A thermometer, because your girl is always panicking. So when it comes to this, I do have a nipple cream. I do not use this anymore. I was using this while I was pregnant. My gynae did say that I need to have a nipple cream just to try to pull up the nipple a bit to help her latch when she was born. So I just used this before she was born, but now not anymore. The baby aquas, we do use this sometimes. She is rejecting the Epimax. I had put her on Epimax, but she is reacting to that. So our midwife said we should try this brand. So yeah, Vicks, we've never used this one, just in case. Okay, so I bought these 2 of these, right? I bought them for when we're traveling and stuff. So there is, you know, a diaper that was left in there. So I usually use this for my diaper bag. I use this for the wet or the dirty items. And then I use this one for the clean and dry items. So if I am going out and I need to fill in my diaper bag, I will just, you know, pack her change of clothes or her clean hats and socks in here. And then if she does make a mess, or you know, I've used something, a wet cloth or something, I'll just put it in here. These are waterproof, so I love that about them. I got them from Shein. So yeah, that's what's in here. So these will go in here. Okay, so these are socks. Just came from the hospital with them, put them in here. Yeah, more socks, a bandage, hats, and socks. I usually like to just have this, you know, with me, and then more reusable breast pads, just in case I run out of the disposable ones I always have. So guys, my baby will not sleep. She will sleep throughout the whole day, and then at night she is just looking at us. So I am using these cards just to entertain her. Sometimes at night I just don't have the energy to speak, so I will just show her these cards. It's just, I bought them from Shein. They said they're high contrast cards and that they're good for the development of newborn babies, you know, from 0 to 3 months. So get in there. Okay, so yeah, these. And you always need cotton balls. You always need this. These are cotton pads. And when I change her at night, you know, this girl, sometimes when I'm changing her, she makes a mess. I always need to put this, you know, when I am changing her, and in maybe on top of the bed or on top of the couch. But when I am changing her in her room, I usually just use the changing pad. So yeah. So this is currently my bedside caddy. Yeah, the only other thing in my caddy that I do not mention, it's this pseudo cream. Always need to have this. Okay, so the other thing that I'm keeping in the caddy is this. You know, I have quite a few of these different, you know, storybooks that I just read to her when I do have the energy to, you know, speak, interact in the middle of the night. I just read her a book. Or mostly I do read these in the morning just for interaction. But if not these, and I'm just not in the mood to speak, I will be using the Baby Vision trigger cards, which are just high contrast cards. So yeah. This to her in the morning. This is Good Morning Kisses, just a cute little book, and we are officially 1 month. This right here, this smells divine. If you're at home and you just need something for your house to put in your humidifier, this is it. She's the girl. So carefree, this island paradise where I want to be. So, guys, let me tell you something. Um, do not underestimate the power of the village, the power of, you know, having either your mom or your mother-in-law, your sister, your cousin, whoever is there to support you. Do not underestimate that power. I feel incredibly blessed. I feel so, so blessed. We've been having my mother-in-law staying with us. My mom was here for a week. She had to leave because she has to go back to work. But with my mother-in-law, she is retired. So she was here just to assist me with the baby. I am a first-time mom. My husband is a first-time dad. We are literally the two most clueless people on earth. So she was here to just assist me with that. And let me tell you something. She is on top of things. If I tell you, she is on top of things. She's on top of the cleaning, the cooking, the laundry, every single thing, the baby. She's just here. She's just an angel. Um, Both my mothers, when they're here, they are just assisting us with so, so much. My mother-in-law is currently out of town. She had to go home just to fix few things. My mom came yesterday just to make sure that we're fed. She cooked for us. And you know what? I feel so, so, so blessed. I I I know that this is not an option for everyone. But if you do have someone who's willing to assist you, please take this advantage because in this 5 weeks, I feel so great to the extent that when I went to see my midwife at 2 weeks and when I went to see my gynae at 4 weeks, they both said, "You look so great for someone who's currently um, this early in their postpartum journey." They were telling me about how they see a lot of women who are depressed, who are just down, who are tired, who are exhausted. And I just kept telling them, I feel so blessed that I have the support. So if you do have the support, honey, do not take it for granted. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on the village. Appreciate your village. Appreciate them. They will make sure that they come through for you. So yeah, let's make tea. I am currently drinking black tea. So my baby is having, when I Google it online, it's saying infant something. I will put the name on the screen. Um, this is the name. The crazy thing about it is she is crying when she has to pass out gas. And she's been having a lot of stomach issues. I tried to give her Biscopan, I think it is pronounced. I think I have it here. Is this? I don't know if this is working. She is still having the issue with her stomach. So I have been testing out. A lot of people would say that maybe she has allergy, she's reacting. I think she's awake. Let's just go check. Okay, she was dreaming. So, some people were saying maybe she might be allergic to milk or something like that. So, I am trying to be off dairy just for a couple of days to see if she is reacting to that. I did have IBS before falling pregnant, so I do know how it feels. She is not constipating. She is, going to the bathroom as normal as possible. She is giving me about 5 to 6 diapers a day, so that is healthy. The midwife is happy with that, but I think she's just having stomach cramps. So this is currently not working. I am seeing my pediatrician next week, so hopefully I will have something legit to hold on to. So yeah, it's black tea for me for now. Guys, tell me this. Who else is having a difficulty with pumping? You know what? As a first time mom, I am eventually going to go back to work. I am a civil servant, so I eventually have to go back to work. So I need to be prepared for when I do go back to work. Also, besides going back to work, I do have a life. Uh, I do plan to leave the house with the baby. And she's awake. Let's just go check on the bub. Okay, I think she's dreaming or something because she keeps waking up, crying a bit. But when I get to her, she's asleep. So maybe she's dreaming. I heard that it means that she's transitioning to a different sleep cycle. It might be that now she will wake up soon just to feed because I last fed her around 6. So just waiting for her to wake up so that she can feed. So one thing about pumping, I did explain to my midwife when I did my antenatal classes, she was telling us about pumping and not, and I did explain to her that for me, I do want to pump as soon as I can because I do plan going out with the baby. It is just me and my husband, obviously, once my mother-in-law leaves. Okay, I think she's officially awake. Another false alarm. Okay, so I did explain to my midwife that eventually it is just me and my husband in the house. There are things that we have to get done sometimes where we both have to leave the house. Maybe it's things that requires maybe both our signatures and stuff like that where we need to actually leave the house to do that. So I did explain to her our situation, and I also explained to her that my husband would love to be part of the feeding process in the evenings where currently we are trying to do it together where I will feed, he will burp the baby, you know, just, for the bonding purposes, but, and also to help me in the middle of the night. But he did say he does want to be involved with the feeding process. So with that said, I did explain that to my midwife that I really do need to pump eventually. And she was like, no, you can wait, you can start pumping just a bit. And guys, the crazy thing is, when I want to pump, I just don't have the schedule, where I know how to pump, when to pump, because sometimes I'm pumping one breast and then she wakes up and she wants to feed. Luckily, I do have quite a high supply. I don't know. I keep telling myself I have a high supply. Let me say I have an average supply. Okay, the midwives consider this a high supply, so I do quite have a high supply. So I do put on cups during the day. Whatever that I leak in the cups, I use that for bath water and everything. And then whatever that I pump, I am currently freezing. We usually use that in cases where I have to really, really, really leave the house and have to leave her with Granny. And yeah, but I don't know. How are you guys creating a pumping schedule? I can barely cope. I can barely cope with the pumping schedule. It's crazy.
error on your part to search a member of the Min Guild, especially as you have no reason to.
Why would I need a reason when I have power?
And how do you wish to pay for disgracing my lord?
I meant no disgrace. I'm only trying to find the lowly renegade.
There is no good reason to hold a member of the guild at sword point. How are you going to pay for that? Before I let you decide, I think I will go ask around and find out what you are doing with armed rogues in the woods at this hour.
I owe you apologies, sir. You see, I've had too much to drink. I only wanted to impress my friends, that's all. It really must be going now. Search is over. Move out! Move out! Yes, sir!
How could you be so reckless and nearly get caught by that skull? You are not safe out here. It is pure luck that I found you before he did. Imagine what would have happened to you.
I did panic thinking he could use the shift twisting torture, but considering that he is nothing more than a
I came here to tell you to be ready for the long-awaited arrival of a very distinguished guest. You saw it.
I just took a quick shower, so let's do my skin. Using the CeraVe SA Smoothing Cleanser. Now, this cleanser does have salicylic acid, so it is quite difficult to get skincare products that do not have breastfeeding and pregnancy as a contraindication. So this has been a struggle that I have been dealing with recently, because anything that I try to use, I have to just check if it is safe for the baby, because I am exclusively breastfeeding. So I did check, and it did say that I cannot use things like your retinols. I cannot use salicylic acid if it is more than 2%. And yeah, so I currently have a lot of hyperpigmentation and acne. I'll show you just now. So I have hyperpigmentation, if you can just see. Here on my T-zone, I have a lot of hyperpigmentation. My skin, as you can tell, it is, not even. And I do have a lot of acne, a lot of blackheads, just a lot of texture on my face. I've had a lot of texture on my face before, but this is the first time that I've had so much acne, and it is something that I'm not used to treating. So I am still on a search of finding a product that I can be able to use. I usually have a morning and evening routine, but recently I've been just doing my evening routine because I do not leave the house. So I do not leave the house at all currently because I am still 5 weeks postpartum. I am not exercising. It is quite cold. You cannot leave the house with that baby before the doctor gives you a go ahead. The goggles will not allow. So as a toner, I am using the glycolic acid, the 7% toning solution. Let me tell you, this is liquid gold. I love, love, love this stuff. I'm almost out. I have ordered, just waiting for my order to arrive. So I usually use this in the evening because it is a contraindication with vitamin C that I usually use in the morning. Also, you cannot be exposing yourself to the sun while using the glycolic acid. Trust me, honey, you don't want to do that. And for the serum, I am using the salicylic acid, the ordinary. I love these products. I love, 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 love. And one thing about me, I am so loyal. If something works, I do not change it for nobody. So this is the salicylic acid, the 2% solution. I've been using this with the glycolic acid. My hyperpigmentation is improving a lot. The acne, not so much. I have run out of niacinamide. I think it's pronounced that way. My hyaluronic acid as well has run out. So I am just waiting to stock that up. And before I got pregnant, everybody promised me glowing skin, plump skin. I did not get the glow. In fact, pregnancy did me dirty. So before and during pregnancy, I had very, very oily skin. But now postpartum, I have extremely dry skin all over my face. It sometimes feels like it's peeling. So I need extra hydration. I am currently using the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. I've been using this pre-pregnancy, during pregnancy, and now postpartum. So just to have extra hydration on my skin so that I am not peeling throughout the day. We don't want to look ashy. No. Even though we're not going anywhere. And for the moisturizer, I am using this. I've been using this. This is the Neutrogena Soothing Clear. This is an oil-free moisturizer. The reason why I used this before, it was because I had extremely oily skin and I didn't want anything that has extra oil in my moisturizer. But now, honey, this is not working because my skin is extremely dry. I need something thicker. So I have ordered moisturizer that is a bit thicker. I will be trying it out. I've never used it before. It is from The Ordinary as well. So yeah, this is currently the simple skincare routine that I am doing. I will try to diversify it a little bit more once I get my product, but for now, this is what I'm doing. And if you guys know of any product that you think might help with the acne that is breastfeeding and pregnancy friendly, please let me know. Okay. I am getting ready. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna stay in the house. But what I've noticed is when I do get ready, I always feel good. I am more productive. I am on maternity leave, so it is very, very difficult to, get ready, look your best when you're not going anywhere. So I believe that when you do, you just become just a teeny bit more productive. And also, when you look good, you feel good. So I am not doing any makeup on my skin. I am just waiting for that to heal. So since I am trying to heal my skin barrier, I am not interested in doing any form of makeup. So I'm just doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So yeah, guys, this is the girl. If you're looking for lip oil, this is the girl. I have tried lip oils that were expensive, almost 200, but this, for 80 rand, my lips are looking plump and hydrated. So she's the girl. Okay, let's do the daily devotion and then journaling. So I have been reading the book of Matthew, and I read this passage, a while back. This is the part where he talks about Joseph and how the angel visited him in the night, and it tells him to take the woman and the child and flee. And without any question, Joseph did that. And it got me thinking of obedience. The most powerful thing, I think, in the Bible is obedience. When knowing when to listen to God, when God says do this, being obedient, without delay, without question, just taking everything and leave. Because I asked myself, if Joseph was not obedient, if he did not listen to the angel, would our sin have been paid for? Would we be saved? Will we have a savior? Because probably Herod would have killed Jesus as a baby, and our sins would not have been forgiven. So his obedience played a huge part in us being saved. Something to ponder on. Are you obedient to the word of God? Okay guys, thank you so much for joining me. This is currently my morning routine. It is currently 12 o'clock. It took it took longer than I expected. So yeah, if this is the type of content you like, I will be adding a lot of series. I have so many ideas for this channel. But if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe and turn on that notification button so that you know whenever I post. So please do enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, I love you guys.